want an attorney, Mr. Grigsby?
No, sir.
I didn't think so.
I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not. Again, I'm in special appearance of Contra Grigsby, and no.
I need Contra Grigsby. So whoever, if you're not Contra Grigsby, then we're gonna put a warrant out. We're gonna put a warrant out for your arrest.
Well, I'm in special appearance of Contra Grigsby, and whatever.
Right, so I have Contra Grigsby.
Like I said, I'm in special appearance of Contra Grigsby, and I do not need an attorney. Whatever he do not need an attorney.
City of Detroit versus Contra Grigsby, case number SP168333921, SP1683393, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
And special appearance of Contra Grigsby Jr., Suri Juris and Propria Persona.
That went over my head.
No rights. I do not waive none of my rights.
All right, Woody is today is the date and time set for a pretrial. What do you want to do with these cases?
Should be taking it. First, I want to I have added 2 pieces of documents to the court. I want to put them on a record. And my affidavit of conditional acceptance and my Naturalization Act of 1779 I already had on the record. So
I want to take it. You don't see this phone? All right. Okay, that's on record. What do you want to do with these cases?
I'm fighting.
All right, so you want a trial date?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give them a jury trial date. Let a jury of his peers determine whether his innocence or guilt. Jury trial date, in person. The trial date will be in person.
Jury trial. Can handle this. Can this right be handled in private? I request that this be handled in private.
We start in Michigan with a classic sovereign citizen maneuver that goes south almost instantly. Watch as Mr. Grigsby attempts to use the special appearance word salad to distance himself from his own identity. It is a bold strategy that backfires the moment Judge Perkins loses patience and threatens an immediate arrest warrant. The judge delivers a masterclass in shutting down legal nonsense by reminding the defendant that you cannot represent anyone else without a license, even if you claim that person is just a legal entity. It is a high-stakes game of chicken where the defendant realizes very quickly that the court does not play by his imaginary rules.
3A0817981.
In your honor, at this point, I would ask the court to allow me to withdraw. Mr. James did file a bar complaint against me. I feel at this point I have a conflict.
Mr. James, go ahead and activate your audio.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Well, I have a problem understanding what's going on. So you had previous counsel with SMH. You were then given conflict counsel with Mr. Smith. Are you planning to hire private counsel?
No, ma'am. I didn't ask him to withdraw.
Yourself?
No, ma'am. I didn't ask him to withdraw. He took it upon himself to do that. I have nothing to do with me.
Did you file a bar complaint against him?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and how do you think that's going to affect your working relationship with your attorney?
He needs to do his job. It was some things that you informed him to do that he did not do. For us getting the evidence for me to prove that I didn't commit this crime that you guys got me charged with. He was supposed to get in touch with Intoxalot. You told me that he don't have to get in touch with Intoxalot. I'm of the belief that's his duty to get in touch with Intoxalot to find out what's going on. And he haven't done his job. And he made that decision. It wasn't me this time. He made this decision. I can't afford an attorney. I need another attorney.
Well, we don't have unlimited attorneys to give you. It sounds like you have issues with the attorneys that get assigned to you. And that began.
That's not my fault.
Well, it sounds like it might be something that's related to you more than the attorneys, since you've now gone through 2 attorneys. So, Mr. James, I don't know how we're going to proceed on this case. We don't have unlimited attorneys that are contracted with this court to assign to you.
That's not my fault.
Well,
if you're going to tell the attorneys that they don't have to help me, then what am I going to do? You told me in open court December the 16th that they don't have to do anything for me. I have a 6th Amendment right to be represented by attorneys. They're not doing that. I did not
say your attorneys don't have to do anything for you. So that's just not true. And
what was you referring to? What was you referring to when you said that? When you stated that my attorneys, what was you referring to when I told you that I needed them to get in touch with Intoxilot? These are the people that are holding me in here, bringing false charges against me. Everything they charged me with, I served my punishment on that already. With Intoxilot charges.
Those are 2 different things, Mr. James. You are charged with driving on a suspended license. The issue is whether or not the Department of Licensing suspended your license, whether you were given notice and due process, and the information pertaining to your status, and whether you chose to drive after the fact. Those are the relevant issues. So you may have other concerns. I don't know your situation with Intoxilot. I know you have a beef with them about whether or not they conveyed information to someone. I believe that's what you've said previously.
Well, you guys are their enforcers. Y'all enforcing Intoxilot. I just spoke to DOL. They say they're not going to get involved with what's going on with me in Intoxilot.
That's right.
You can't make Intoxilot give them the compliance.
That is not. That's whether or not you had a valid license on the date of violation is the question.
Well,
so
who's holding me in here?
The tension shifts to Washington as Henry James enters the frame already at war with his own representation. This segment highlights a common but explosive courtroom dynamic where a defendant believes he knows more than professionals assigned to protect him. Filing a bar complaint against your own lawyer is the ultimate bridge burner, and here it leaves James in a legal no man's land. The judge's blunt warning about the finite supply of public defenders sets a grim tone. It is a fascinating look at how a defendant's quest for total control over legal strategy can lead to a complete breakdown of the judicial process before the trial even starts.
Who said my license is suspended?
The Department of Licensing says that you did not have a valid license on the date of violation. I'm assuming that's what Ms. McDonald has in her file, and that's why she filed charges, and that's why they're proceeding.
Correct.
They told the DOL informed me that they didn't suspend my license. They can't make Intoxilot give them the compliance. And Intoxilot sent me a settlement letter saying if I paid $139, I will receive my license back. I paid $139. They still haven't gave me my license back. So they led me to believe if I pay this amount, they would give me my license back. The amount was paid, and they still have not gave me my license back. Now they're saying it's something else.
No, you're still showing up suspended, Mr. James, as of right now, and there's a reinstatement condition that you have ignition interlock with compliance for at least 4 months. That is a requirement.
The court said I complied. The sentencing court said I complied with the 4 months.
What citizen court? I don't know what you're talking about.
The court that sentenced me in Seattle District Court. Seattle District Court said I complied with my 4 months. They said they was monitoring me at the same time Intoxilot was monitoring me. They both had my car under GPS monitoring me. And the court that sentenced me to the 4 months, they said I complied with my 4 months. They said that they had a tab on me just like Intoxilot did. They said I'm finished. I talked to the clerk of court. They said they also was GPSing and monitoring my car during the same 4 months Intoxilot was. And they said I completed the 4 months. So if the court was monitoring me at the same time the Intoxalot was monitoring me for 4 months, the court said I completed it. Because if the court otherwise,
What are you talking about?
otherwise they would have turned over.
Mr.
Otherwise,
James.
they would have notified
Mr. James,
DOL to suspend my
Mr.
license.
James, what court are you talking about? I think you hear what you want
King
to
County
hear.
District Court. King County
Okay.
District Court, the court that sentenced me on the DUI charge. There is no other court, ma'am. The court that sentenced me on the DUI charge. The court that sentenced me to the 4 months compliance with the DUI. No more than 4 months. It could have been less than 4 months. It was on my car. The court that sentenced me
That was back in.
was monitoring my car.
Right? The 2015
Yes, ma'am.
case, you were sentenced in 2018.
But the court was monitoring me at the same from November to 2021 all the way to March of 2022. The court was monitoring my car as I was driving. The court that sentenced me, they say that's their job to monitor everybody they put on DUI, and they have to have that interlock device. They monitored me for the whole 4 months. The judge said I'm finished. I successfully completed it, and he said case was effectively immediately closed. Who opened it back up? Your guess was Intoxalot. They opened it back up. They went against the court's order and opened the case back up. The case was closed. The court said they monitored me the whole 4 months I had the thing in my car. That was the court that sentenced me. That's Seattle District Court, the West Division. I talked to the clerk of court. They said he monitored the whole 4 months it was in my car. They said, and they sent me an order saying I successfully completed the 4 months. And that this case is closed. So if the court is saying I'm finished,
Mr.
and the
James,
Intoxalot is saying I'm not finished, we have to go on what the sentencing court is saying. I'm going on what the sentencing court is saying.
Well, then you are doing that to your detriment. So if you choose not to listen to your attorneys, you are still showing suspended. Your status is
My attorney haven't told me anything. My attorney is not even talking to me. He won't even get in touch with me. He haven't told me anything. One attorney said, Sean Parent said, I need to put it back in my car 11 more months. It was already in my car 14 months. And you keep saying I have to put it in there for 4 months. The machine was in my car for 14 total months until they was ordered to take it out of there. Had I would have taken it out, a warrant would have been placed for my arrest. I didn't take it out.
There could be two different things going on. The court may have ordered you to have an ignition interlock device as a condition of your release while the case was pending. If you entered a guilty plea to the DUI or were found guilty, then the Department of Licensing will impose certain restrictions based upon your plea. And that may be what's going on.
I did everything. I took the classes. I took the DUI classes. I paid all of
and I think your
victim fund.
DUI,
I did everything, all that. I did all that already.
Okay. If you would stop talking, I think your DUI case is closed, but you still have obligations to the Department of Licensing. They have their own systems in place. And
they told me I don't. They told me I don't. In a recent email that I got from them 2 weeks ago, they said they have nothing to do with this. They don't want to. They say this. Everything that's going on, DOL told me, is between me and Intoxalot. They say I broke the conditions of Intoxalot, not DOL. They say that Intoxalot saying I broke the condition.
So, Mr. James, it appears to me that Intoxalot is not going to show that you're in compliance for whatever reason, and that is your beef with Intoxalot. Okay? But if Intoxalot is not sending the proof to the court or to DOL, it's not the court, it's to DOL, then they're not going to lift the restriction. They're not going to show that.
I understand that, but it's DOL is not holding my DOL is have to go by what Intoxalot said.
Right. And
everything you saying,
DOL does not have proof. DOL apparently does not have proof that you have the 4 months compliance.
Well, I told them they can contact the sentencing court. The sentencing court has the proof.
That is
otherwise they would have never told me.
Not the same. So, Mr. James, if you choose to just disregard what people are saying to you, you're just.
I'm going by what the law is saying. It's obviously you're not following the law, Your Honor. You're not following the law. You're upholding something illegal for Intoxalot. You're helping them mess over colored people. That's what you're doing. This is a racist act by you and Ms. McDonald and your entire courtroom. Y'all doing this against Negroes. Y'all don't do this to the Caucasians. I have sat in your courtroom. I have watched you not give Caucasians the Intoxilot machine. You did not put that in a car. Instead, you'll give them a fine. But every colored person come in your courtroom, you want to put this in a car and hold this against them the rest of their life. If Intoxilot had authority over me, then that means I'll have that thing in my car the rest of my life. If you give them the authority and you uphold Intoxilot authority, it's obviously you own Intoxilot in payroll. So it's obviously Intoxilot is paying you to mess with colored people. And that's what's going on. They paying you to mess with colored people and to keep that on their car.
Because you're saying a lot of things that don't make any sense at all. I'm not doing this to persons of color. That is simply not true. I'm not
doing this to everybody over the United States of color.
Have anything to do with Intoxilot. I don't think DOL cares.
You upholding a legal. First of all, no law should be enforced that deny me privileges and punish me. You can't use a law against me to keep denying me of privileges, and you intentionally doing it, Your Honor. You're intentionally using some old piece of law that somebody said to deny me privileges and to constantly punish me. I've been found guilty. I done served my time. I did everything. The court said I complied with the 4 months. You started telling me about another punishment. You cannot use a law to punish me and keep denying me my driver.
The situation spirals into a bureaucratic nightmare as James battles the complexities of the Intoxilot system. This part of the case is a perfect example of the disconnect between the defendant's perception of justice and the rigid requirements of the law. James is convinced he has checked every box, but the court reveals the harsh reality of administrative compliance. The suspense builds as he refuses to accept that his driving privileges are not an absolute right. Watching him argue with the judge over who is actually monitoring his car creates a sense of impending disaster. He is fighting a ghost in the machine, and his frustration is reaching a boiling point.
You're going to keep getting away with it. This is the way we going with this. You can't use a law. No law. Nobody can enforce a law in violation of my due process rights. Nobody can use a law to continually to deny me of my driving privileges. All this about some other shit and this other person and that person. They don't have nothing to do with our Constitution.
James, I'm concerned.
That has nothing to do with our Constitution.
Do we need to have a
keep using the law to deny me privileges? This case been going on for 10 years. I'm still on my first offense DUI for 10 years. Common sense will tell you this is ludicrous. This is bull crap. You can't keep using the same case to punish me.
Mr. James, you've been muted. I'm concerned whether or not we need a forensic evaluation. I don't know. I mean, I think Mr. James is just angry with the system.
Well, Your Honor, the bottom line is he didn't fully pay the interlock people. I think he paid a settlement amount, and somehow that letter did not get to DOL, or they didn't uphold their end of a partial payment to give the information that he did his ignition interlock to the DOL. So that's, I think, where we are.
But that is not a situation that I have any control over for him and for his relationship with Intoxilot. Mr. James is facing a new case in King County District Court. And I can see that would be very frustrating if he has complied and it's simply a matter of not paying. But the Department of Licensing is the one for any future release of his driving status. Let's see.
I just paid them their money in January, and then they came with they gave DOL some information to give me last month, saying that I did something on May 23rd of 2022. Right after I paid them their money, right after I gave them their last payment, they sent me a settlement offer that if I pay this $139, that is over with. Right after I paid them, they close my account. They closed my account with Intoxilot. Then when DOL talked to them, they open the account back up and say I did something else wrong. So you can't keep enforcing the law to keep denying me of my account. You can't keep denying me privileges like this, enforcing this law against me over and over again, the same law, the same case over and over. You can't keep doing it.
Mr. James,
I think we're ready for federal court. I think we can take this to federal court.
Mr. James,
because y'all don't respect us.
We are in a position right now where Mr. Smith has made a motion to withdraw due to a conflict given the bar complaint. And I think that we could be here all afternoon with Mr. James voicing his frustrations. So I think we just need to handle the issue of the conflict and figure out conflict counsel and go on from there and move it to the next jury term so that conflict counsel can get up to speed. Speedy trial under the rules would restart today with the conflict. So I would ask for that calculation as well.
In this final explosive act, the courtroom decorum completely vanishes as James launches a series of scorched earth accusations against the judge and the prosecution. When the legal arguments fail, he turns to personal attacks, alleging a vast conspiracy involving corporate payrolls and systemic bias. The intensity peaks when the judge is forced to use the mute button just to regain control of the room, leading to a chilling discussion about his mental competency. It is a dramatic and sobering conclusion to a session where anger completely eclipsed the law. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next video.